Greetings everyone, it is I, Kikoskia, welcoming you back to the stream. The pre-stream to be exact, where you have the opportunity to get here, get comfortable and get ready for Might and Magic 10 Legacy. The game that has it all! It has brigands that are in woods. It has people who've forgotten to take baths. And most importantly, it has people wanting to throw up in helmets. It's the game that you were all waiting for. Well, I hope it is, otherwise I don't know what you're doing here.
Mayhem.
The average leff-tee just subscribed. 26 months, 26-month streak. Nice, this time I was able to come along. Hello! How goes it, Metal Biarco? And thank you, average leff-tee, for subbing. That's 26 months in a row. And that is amazing. Not as amazing as this game, though. It's time for Might and Magic together at last. I have to catch up with the VODs, but I'm super excited for this game. I hope you have nostalgic memories for it, because I have none. Hello, Nah5041. I'm doing good. How about you? How about everyone else? I'm doing well. Confession. I might have progressed a bit farther than you, but don't worry about spoilers. I have no idea how I did it, so it can't be replicated. Fair enough. Remember to take a bath? I'll try. I'll absolutely try. So, this is where we were last time. We were here. Let us load! Hello! I've been catching up with the VODs the first 30 minutes. Well, you didn't miss very much, Sonia. We cleared a sewer, we cleared a bandit hideout, and here we are. With coughing. And Sorpagal by the sea. And our party. Cassie, Junvan, Silla, and leff-tee, who is becoming really, really good at just killing everything. He has 39 mana, 130. Need to get you a bit more mana. leff-tee, yep. How is this game? It's an experience. Is it a Steam version, or is it... I'm running it through Steam, but you have to go through Ubisoft Connect. So, yes and no. No righty? No. No righty, leff-tee. He is left-handed, that's true. He's pretty hardcore. Right, we need to think about at some point giving him some magic. We could actually go and do that. We could go and give him some magic, because we do have some money, and we have given him a spell casting setup. G, he does have a tiny amount of air magic. It's the only magic you can use. Because they took it down a while ago? Yeah, they did. They did. They took it down, well, basically the multiplayer servers were taken down, but now they have been restored. They have been, well, what I'm trying to say, when I'm not garbling it, is that it required servers to play the single-player version, and then they took the servers down, and now you can play it, and I'm glad. Because otherwise it would be silly. What I need to find is skill check. Not multiplayer so much as it's single player, but it needed servers. There's the enemies of Juman, especially that dashing snark named Felladrat. Hey, if that's a problem for us, we're in trouble. So Air Magic Expert Alden's there. I've got a list of people who train. Spear. Okay, can't train Expert Spear. Expert Sword? Nope. Can't train Expert Sword. I saw the character creation during the VOD. It's a good group. I mean, fingers crossed. Don't have heavy armor. Air magic. Air magic can be trained here by Alden. And I might want to expert that. Water and earth magic. Earth magic can be done in... Shabab can do it. You're actually an expert, so that's cool. We did that already. Water magic, Sea Haven can't do that right now. You, as I said, can't do that. So really, air magic is the only thing we can get expert on. Maybe after this you can stream Might and Magic 7. No promises there. Heavy armor. Heavy armor could be done in Sorpagal. So we'll want to make sure we get heavy armor before we move on from a lighthouse. Just different phases skills? Okay, but the races and classes were the same. Well, I'm glad I've done something right. Might Magic 6, I'd be more likely to do Might Magic 7. Might Magic 7 is just hands down a better game. Right, Alden. Learn spells for leff-tee. Leff-tee could learn Sparks or Windshield. Windshield might be a useful spell to give him, because you know it's a buffy spell. Like being able to resist ranged attacks might be pretty good. Also, did I close the window? Hang on. No, I didn't. I've sorted it now. Yeah, I think giving him, like, Windshield might be good to like, protect the party, because he's usually going to be using his spear. Yeah, I'll give him that. I could also give him, ooh, that's, Expert. Ooh, I mean, we probably want to get that at some point for, Junvan. Lightning Bolt. Sparks, not so keen on. Day of the Gods is always great. True. I mean, we don't have that. Where's Alden? Oh no, where's Alden? So, does anyone remember where Alden is? Because I don't remember where Alden is at all in, Sorpagal. Hang on, I can look it up. Sword. Air Magic, Alden... Training Center! Okay. Training Center. Horsehaven. Training Center! Aha! I missed it. Would you like some training? Well done! Well done! That's the ticket. I remember that. I remember that. They also did it in Might Magic 4 and 5 as well. Good job, and not today, when they couldn't train you anymore. I was looking in old and wrong places. Ah! Marvelous. Right, Air Magic Expert. 500. Absolutely worth it. You are now an expert in air magic. If you want to learn more, look for Guara, the orc shaman in the crag. Okay, excellent. So now... you've got a nastier spell. We could give you Lightning Bolt. Could give you Lightning... Let's not get you... we're gonna use Lightning Bolt at some point. Like, we're just gonna use Lightning Bolt at some point. It's just something we are going to use. So... let's get it, shall we? Junvan... oh, it's 700, but oh my, is it worth it. 15 mana? 15 mana for 30... Clear Mind as well. I mean... that's good. Dark Visions, Whispering... feel like that might also be just a good spell to know. The ability to find secrets. Hello, Behorn. How goes it? We're not gonna get anything else right now. Unless there's something for oh, Poison Spray. Is that like Cure Poison? There's Heal, which is a light magic spell. Clear Mind, Dispel Magic, Radiant Weapon... Cure Poison! Yeah, it seems like a good one to get. I mean, we're pretty poor now, but that might save us some poison potions. Might save us a couple of poison potions. Also, we should sell these random items we have here. Expert on focus is... Could get you trained up in magical focuses. Good for those times when Owen gets put... Wait. Yeah. Also, I've been getting you trained in expert spear, like... Do I really want you in expert spear? You can't unlearn skills, so maybe I've made a mistake putting those points in. How much does the cure potion poisons? Well, the thing is that it gives me an alternative. If I run out of potions... If I run out of potions, I can use magic. And you know, magic can be restored through those fountains, and it can be restored through healing by resting. So, magic is generally cheaper. Yeah, it's like potions if you're desperate, but magic if you can. Also, let's get your spellbook open and get your poison on there. Also, let's get your spellbook. And get Gust of Wind. Oh, you get Gust of Wind for free, do you? Huh. Also Lightning Bolt. Because Lightning Bolt. I mean, of course we're going to get Lightning Bolt. Should probably also sell a couple of odds and ends. Just to get a bit of money. And then we'll think about going into the Lighthouse to defeat the Naga. Trade. We don't want that. We don't want that. Okay, serious question. Do I... I don't think I want this. Oh, you didn't do that? Great, so it means you didn't miss it. No, I've got the quest for it. I just haven't done it yet. I have not yet done it. I will, I just haven't done it yet. I have been warned about... Right, you see it's getting later. I have been warned about the boss. I have been warned about the boss. I remember back in FF1 that the Cure Poison spell was 4,000 gold, Cure Potion like 100, so you could have Cure Poison 40 times. And he had 2 casts before you needed a rest. I mean, the thing is, that's true, but in the long run, you're probably saving money. Now, I've been told of a better way to deal with the boss. It just involves positioning yourself correctly. But no guarantees we're going to be any good at defeating the boss. I mean, I don't know. Gust, Lightning Bolt. Get rid of those and get on your from your spell book. We need the Whispering Shadow spell. Really cool, look forward to it. I mean, no guarantee I'm going to be able to pull it off. Exploiting game mechanics, well, no, it's literally a part of the game. I mean, if the game's going to let me do it, like, aren't we all exploiting game mechanics by, like, pressing the attack button? If you look at it that way, that's just how the game is. Everyone also have very limited inventory space? Yeah, you have to sacrifice item space or a spell slot. Yeah, let's be honest here. Might and quite a lot of the things in Might and Magic haven't aged well, and a lot of the things in the early Final Fantasy games have not aged well. Like, Final Fantasy 1 on the NES is not an experience you should go back to now for any other reason than nostalgia. Like, nostalgia is a powerful thing, but you should not go back to it for any other reason. Like, it's not aged well. There are newer versions of the game that have done a better job, and they modernize things. Yeah, like, apparently it's pretty good. Apparently it's... I can't say for sure, I don't have it, but, apparently it's good. was a very early sort of thing, you know. Everything was developing and getting better. And one moment. Okay, just had to check something there. Like everything, the whole genre improved. The whole genre got better as time went on. Like Might and Magic 1 and like Might and Magic 1, Wizardry 1, Final Fantasy 1. They're all very early entries in a genre that was very young. Yeah, it was. Final Fantasy 1 was absolutely genre defining. It had a massive impact, a huge influence that is still felt today. But oh my, have a lot of things not aged well. It did some things right, but it did some things so very, very wrong. So wrong. Like, the mana system with MP and spell points is just generally leagues better for quite a lot of RPGs than the how many spells you have per day system. Like, only having like X casts of a spell before you have to rest, and not being able to rest anywhere but with a tent or at an inn. Yeah, it has crucial flaws. Oh, Sonia, fun fact, Might and Magic 1, the town where there's a town where you periodically take lots of damage, but only for certain people in the party. That can be totally bypassed if you have a spell that teleports you past the intersections in the town. Because it's the intersections of the streets. When they intersect, those squares are where you take the damage. If you have a spell that lets you jump over those squares, you take no damage. It's just a little flaw in the system. Oh, Clouth there gifting 5 subs. Thank you so very much. That is so awesome of you. That's 250 subs you've gifted. 250. That's mad. That's as many points as we have subbed right now. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Like, you're all so ridiculously kind. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I kind of miss the magic system where you only have so many spell slots. I mean, but Dungeons and Dragons has it. But then again, MP also has its flaws too. Like, you can cast whatever you like, but you only have so much MP. And once that MP is gone, you can't cast anything. So, yeah, having separate slots means you only have X of a spell. But if you cast 5 fireballs, you're only out of your fireballs. You're not out of everything else. Whereas in an MP system, if you use all of your magic, the real magic is the subscribers. That's true. The real magic is indeed the subscribers. Let's make our way over to the Lighthouse, shall we? Let's make our way over. It's loading. Tyria Bay?
Yes, running on Mother Earth, under Father Sky.
He's always happy about that. Did the stream just start? What did you miss? Just a little bit of, like, prep work. We just did a bit of buying and selling. Also...
Well, thank you for that.
Excellent. We want that buff. We also want this buff.
Wow. Thanks.
If we're going into a nasty dungeon, we want Day of the Gods and everything else. And that's Faramir there with Prime Gaming. 11 months. Thank you so very much. Also, as a side note, loving Quest for Glory. Nailed it by having many solutions to puzzles. Indeed, it's a pretty fantastic game. Thank you so very much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you have a Prime sub you can spend on anyone you like. You can even spend it on me. Fingers crossed this game has drunk sick. Oh, it definitely has sick. Hi, Smell brought me here today. Well, I mean, people forgot to take a bath. What can I say? They forgot to take a bath. How goes it? I hope you're well. Right, let's make a stream start save, because I don't know what it's going to be like in there. Save that it's going to be terrible.
Yes, some easy money for once.
Easy money? Ha! Do you really want to enter the dungeon Lighthouse? Yes. Yes, I do. Our objective here is to clear it. Clear it of enemies and reactivate the lighthouse. You weren't meant to do that, game. You know, the game kind of bugged out there for a moment. We kind of saw everything for a second, and then nothing.
Don't like it. Must not disturb the ancestors.
I mean, are they here? Hi! Okay. So, there's an enemy there. I can just ignore all of you and go this way.
Great. I need something to hit.
Oh! Or, we have attracted your attention. I'm gonna defend. You're gonna get over here.
Yes.
Hello!
Strong.
How you doing? So, for every strike that was not blocked this turn, damage on the following strike is increased by 15% until the end of turn, because they are relentless. Alright, let us, You have 113 mana, so... I mean, this is 15 mana. This is 15 mana. One of these is a lot more powerful than the other. You tried! You tried! Snake Samurai? Yeah, kind of. Oh. Okay, that's now out, but we should be okay now. We can get a few hits in. Gotcha! Medium mana potion, minor health potion, and a little bit of money. Like, when I say a little bit of money, I mean 4. Yeah, we're not looting anything here. Pulsing red is just, like, magic resistance, so sure.
Yes!
Doesn't matter. Ooh, goodies. I'll take gold, though. Hi! How you doing? I sort of saw that coming. Okay, you... Gust of wind, range of 2. So just defend. Okay. So... Defend. It's alright. We'll be okay. More lightning. More ice. Now you can Gust of Wind. Thus pushing you back.
Yes.
Means only one of them can hit us now.
Mana.
For melee you use might. Indeed. Okay. Few hits there, but nothing terrible. Block. Now you're both here, so we can use that ability. Oh, misses. Okay, I think we've got this, though. One down. Hit. Hit. Gotcha. The only thing we spent was mana. The only thing we spent was mana. By the way, this is a little bit easier because we have the Hour of Power. Does make it a little simpler. I've already opened that. got mana potions. We might as well use them. None of them managed to do any damage. Yeah, it's because we've been using our spells, so hopefully that will continue.
Enemy is flanking us.
Ooh, resisted. Very nice. Okay, you're gonna move over to there. We're gonna move up. Like this. Okay, so incoming damage is reduced by 15% before damage reduction. And immunity to mind manipulation. Alright, got it. Gonna presume that water's not gonna be very good against you. That, however, might be good. Miss.
Yes, I feel strong.
Just on watching part 2, we do body manipulation with our swords! I mean, that's true. Lightning's pretty good. Lightning's pretty strong. Also, you're dead. You got a little bit of damage off. Not too much, though. Look, look, look. And old dragon there's raiding with a party of 34. Might Magic 8 is decent if you create your entire party from scratch. True. But it's also completely broken if you take a dragon. Ham raid! Ham! So much ham, you have arrived. Just in time. For the beginning of the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is, so far turning out to be very interesting. No fire magic, 0 out of 10. Well, I can't have everything. Speaking of dragon, the dragon is here, indeed. The old dragon is here. And he bringeth ham! Thank you so very much, that's so kind of you. How are you today? I hope you're well. We have might, we have magic, and we have ham. Also, we have gold and potions. I heard completely broken if you take a dragon. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you only create, traditionally in Might and Magic 8, or normally, one party member, and you recruit all the other people. Unlike... What was that sound? What was that? Like, I have nothing in... No? No?
Ooh,
no?
about
Haunted by a
go.
funky ghost, I mean... Auto-playing ad, but from what? Like, what is auto-playing an ad? Yeah, I think the developer left a music trigger in the game, because that was coming from the game. That was coming from the game. Like, I've just checked all the stuff that's playing on my computer, and there's nothing that would do that. Random Easter egg? Maybe. Did the music come from the chest? No. The game is designed to break you with unconventional methods. Pass. The door seems to be controlled from somewhere else.
This one is mine.
Hi! Hi, you two. Just go, like, if it happens again, then we know, like, the only things I have going right now are OBS, Might and Magic, and that's it. Those are the only things I have going. Nothing else is going. Also, we're gonna hold you in place. And I'm gonna use Gust of Wind. I mean, it's not gonna do very much. But I'll do it. Ah. That's better.
Yes, I feel strong.
And that's nearly killed you. Now I'm worried that that thing's going to appear and it's just going to be like, hey, totally just going to destroy the thing for the VOD because weird sound. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I can't tell you where it's from.
Stay down!
Can't tell you that that guy's dead, though.
Hey, that's gonna leave a mark.
It don't leave any marks because it took 0 damage. Now, you're probably going to hit us now. Nope, still no hits. Did it, though! Yay! Ooh. Random items. Let's rest. I want all my mana back. Sah, thank you for freeing me. It's Hammertoe! Who are you? I am Hammertoe. I am a bounty hunter of the Order of the White Snake. I came here to investigate rumors of the return of an old foe, and was caught stupidly. Quest in the Lighthouse. Sah, it seems the tides...
Don't we have better things to do?
No, we don't. It seems the tides of destiny have brought us here with the same purpose. This must be Shalasa's will, yes. This lighthouse is indeed under control of the Cult of the Wrecker, the old foe I told you about. Unfortunately, I won't be able to help you much against them. I'm starved and wounded, so I wouldn't fare too well in a battle. But I can still make myself useful. While you deal with the leader, I'll wait outside the lighthouse, and take care of any member of the cult that might try to escape. Let's talk about gossip. Cult of the Wrecker. They are heretics, who worship a dark and twisted aspect of Shalasa. 20 years ago, I cut off the head of their great priestess, Ayakashi the Medusa. I thought it would end their madness, but like moray eels, they remained hidden. They resurfaced the first time, a decade ago, and were stopped by pirates. Now they have returned once again. This time, it is up to you to stop them. I'll do I mean, to be fair, he's wounded. Usually, cults dedicated to the Wrecker are led by women, mad priestesses known as Medusae. Not this time, however. The leader of the cult is a deep Naga named Mamushi. He's bested me in a sword fight, so don't take him lightly. He's a formidable opponent, and vicious as a hagfish. What about capture? Careless I was. I am not so fast anymore, not so strong, not so young. I defied the leader of the Wreckers in single combat, but was outmatched. Never have I felt so powerless, so vulnerable. I was at his mercy, but he chose to keep me alive, to torture me. He said he would sacrifice me to the Wrecker come the next high tide. Your timely arrival proves that Shalasa has not yet abandoned me. We'll meet you outside, then. So... Oh. Not every all levers require your explicit interaction by pulling them. Sensors on thresholds between two tiles and pressure plates in the center of the tile can trigger effects like opening and closing doors just by the movement of the party. Huh. Oh. Ah, it opened that door. That is concerning. Not every all grammar have been to the speaking of is a good grammar way. So, problem with this fight
I need to hit
is
something.
one of them wants to get close and the other one wants to not get close.
Yes, I feel strong.
So we want to kill the one that wants to get close. No, wants to not get close. Ooh, resisted. Yeah, I thought so. Curious, what'll that do? Ah, nothing. I want to ice bolt you. Now, wait. Lightning bolt again. Wait a bit. Okay, spells expired. It was foolish of me to use it like that. Good. Excellent. Very good. Move forward. So you're just buffing yourself. This doesn't seem like a good plan. In fact, this seems like a terrible plan. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. Okay, that leads up. We don't want to go up yet. Spirit Gate to Light Room. Oh. Well, I don't have the way to get to there, so... I suppose it's a but thou must head up situation. The old games had better AI than this does, and their AI was to attack you while getting stuck on things. That's true! It was. So again, we're sort of being funneled. I see the gimmick of this place. Don't mind me, I'm stealing all this stuff. You don't mind, right? No? Got no choice, really. Hi! Wait. Aha! I'm gonna wait. Wait for you to get... Oh, there's two of you. We might. I mean, I hope we don't. Let's zap you a lot. And... Fine hit there! Okay, now there's someone next to you. You hit. You sparks! Very memories of killing things much higher level in Might and Magic except that was stuck. Yeah, the pathfinding left some things to be desired sometimes. Excellent. Did you just try and staff bonk me? I don't think that's going to work for you. You know this game starts game-breaking bugs? I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised if that were the case. Hi! How you doing? Can I push him off the cliff? Or the edge of a lighthouse? Can I push him off the edge of a lighthouse? Because I do remember in the earlier Might and Magics, you could, like, fall. Worth a shot, but not with you. With you, though. No, you can't. Worth a shot, though. And slain! The world of Enroth has new AI have activated, much more complex. Well, fair enough. I mean, there was nothing here but an enemy. If I was to play the game, would not play that. I'd just play the game as it is. Because I'm boring! You don't need a mana potion. You do. I mean, it's certainly... There's no other way I can go except this way. Like, people can play it modded or changed if you like. Hi! Oh, that's an old sound. That's an old teleporty magic sound. That's nostalgic. I'm gonna save my magic. And actually take some damage. Wow! Did a lot of damage there.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Nah, you're alright. Not missed once, so ooh! You're gonna heal. Hello, Sudden Life, how goes it? You're gonna heal. From when is this game? 2014. We only took a few hits there. By the way, Hour of Power is about to expire, so we are about to take a lot more damage from everything.
Great! I need to hit something!
Hi! Just you. Oh! Two of you.
Well, thank you for that.
Double zap. That. Stab. You're recoiling there, but you didn't actually take any damage. One down. Now we can just whittle you down, I think. Yeah, we can whittle you down. Should be alright. Gotcha! Oh look, there was nothing worth doing this for. I'm gonna rest. Now it is day. That's why we have the camp supplies.
This one is mine.
Oh, you're there, aren't you?
Enemy is flanking us.
Yeah, I thought you'd do that.
Wow.
Just wait.
Thanks.
Let's... I don't think we need to use magic just yet. Ooh, 3 hits though. Now we use magic. Oh, that's some zeros. That's a nice hit. And you're nearly dead. In fact, you are dead. 7 whole gold. White liquid. Okay. Need to remember what this is. And by remember, I mean I'm gonna look it up. I remember playing the earlier Magics that had a list. I had the list of everything. Wrote all the stuff down. That is not a good place to check. Barrels, there we go. Is there a journaling game? Which the game? I don't know. Possibly. Pulsing. No, I don't want pulsing. I want white liquid. It's perception. Who's best to have perception? Leff-tee? Probably. I mean, he's pretty hitty. He probably needs perception. It's only 1 point.
Yes!
Right, 3rd level. Is he my perception guy? Well, let's find out. Is he my perception guy? I don't know. Well, let's head up. Is it going to get harder? There's the question. Possibly. 14, eh? Yeah, he has 14, 7. Yeah, he's the perception guy. I'll be alright. I've got plenty of health and mana. Right, okay. Do that. Zap. They're not close enough yet for that, but I can keep one of them away. So we need to kill one side really quickly, and then deal with the other side. They're gonna get to us next turn. Okay. Down!
Enemy attacking from behind!
I know they are.
Cowards!
I know they are. Right. You drink a potion. And hope we can get a kill here. Or I could push you away. Actually, a good idea. Push you away. Whoa! Okay. Still not dead. I can only push one of them away. That's the thing. I can only push one. I can't push them both. Ah! Okay, that's not terrible. You can't get the kill. I need you to drink a potion. Better potion. One down! Now, deal with one side completely, then focus on the other side. Now they can't flank. Like, I'd rather have one side dealt with than both sides. Yeah, better to concentrate on those that are already injured than not. I need you to drink a potion. And you too. I know it's counterproductive, but you two for a bit more mana. You can just attack. It's gonna hurt. Oh, not as bad as I thought it would. Right. That's fine. Zap. Okay, reach it up again. So even if we get hit, we're still gonna get healed. So you block. Zap. That.
I kill you!
Third one dead. Level up. Excellent. Just what I wanted. You leveled up, so you get all of your stuff back. Lightning bolt.
I kill you!
Everyone else leveled up.
My skill is improving.
Perfect. Perfect. That went pretty well. Alright, we got some stat increases. You do need more magic, I think. Let's get a bit more magic. A bit more might. Oh, vitality and spirit. Everything up to 10? Why? I mean... why bring everything up to 10? I mean... if we're not using those stats especially. Best to focus on the things you're better at. Spirit's nice, but not everybody uses spirit as much. Yeah, well, the mage is getting tons of spirit. I mean, by design, the characters are specialists. They can only learn certain skills, so they'll never be able to be masters of everything. You can, that's true. Okay, you buddy. Yeah, there's a reason why you have more than one character. There we go. As for our improvements here, you can't improve that yet, because we can't get to the location. Right, what about you? You could, but I don't see how that would really help you. Let's improve these a bit. Let's get a bit of air magic, a bit of primordial, and a bit of magical focus. Slowly work on that air magic. As for you, let's get you to expert in heavy armor. Let's work on that shield skill. And honestly, a bit of light. As for you, a bit more spear. Can't learn water. A bit more medium and a bit more earth. Could give you primordial. And lastly, more medium armor skill. Bit extra dodge, bit of extra endurance. There we go. I mean, I'll probably be heading back to Sorpagal anyway, so... I mean, you can also just tell me where the secret is. I won't get mad. I won't get mad if you tell me.
Mayhem! Yippee!
And there's Darkover, 23 months Prime Gaming. Thank you so very much, that's so kind of you. Yay, another evening of fun and mediocre gameplay. I mean, you're not wrong! Oh, hi! How you do? Ooh, resisted. Very nice. Lock, that's unfortunate. 17. That's 106. So you nearly died. Just right there.
Yes, I feel strong.
That was 106 damage. That's what's commonly called ridiculous. This is an elite Coral Priestess, though. So she is a little tougher than the average Priestess. It's probably why we took a damage hit for 107. Also, this armor spell was mostly doing a good job. But now we killed him. Also, we got a club. That was all we got there. A club. Okay, that's going to lead us to somewhere new. There's another pressure plate there. So what did that do? Hi! How you doing? Hope you're well.
Well,
We're just gonna buff. Two of you, eh? Well, have at thee. Bit of warning there, certainly helped us out. $10 damage. Not worried about 10 damage.
Stay down!
Oh, whole gold! Gotcha! That's not everything. There's something else coming, apparently.
Take cover!
Oh dear. Well, you're a problem. Let's put regen up. Because you can hit even through that. But with magic, we can prevail. And a bit of might too.
Just great. Now they're shooting at us.
Well, only now, eh? Gotcha! Okay, that's now active. Let's save before we step through it, because it's probably gonna murder my face. Also, typo is typo. 4th level. Alright. Ah. Also, the game screen went black for some reason there. Scar, more sacrifices for the wrecker. You shall be returned to the sea. You think you could succeed? Alright. Let's load up. If we know that's gonna happen, we're gonna rest. Nah, we're gonna rest first. Not having that terribleness happen. We're gonna sleep. We need full health and full mana and full everything. Now let's have the screen go black again. There we go. Now it's a night fight. Scar, more sacrifices for the wrecker. You shall be returned to the sea. Raiders, do you think you could succeed when even my mother's killer, Hammertoe, failed?
This one is mine.
Right, I'm going to move forward.
Yes, I feel strong. Ah, not now.
We cannot go that way. We cannot go that way. So what's the thing? Strikes of melee attacks hit the target and adjacent party members. Performs one melee attack strike back at the opponent for the first strike of an incoming melee attack. For every strike that was not blocked, receives an extra strike for each evaded or blocked incoming strike. Huh. I mean, I'm just going to hit you with lightning then. Immune to earth, right. Does not get pushed back. We get pushed back though. We don't want to fall backwards. We do not want to get knocked back. Because I see there's no guardrails there. He pushed me. There's a teleporter there, not stairs. Okay, he resists that. Oh! Oh! Lightning seems to be my friend here. Good. Good. Oh! Okay. Do that again. Lightning again. Regen. Miss. Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to take a round without our protective buffs. But we've got him down to a quarter of his health. maybe just under a third. Lock is bad. That's good. Okay, pushed us back. Drink a potion. Drink a potion. Go for... Okay. Can't go forward. He's going to move forward. Okay, this is not bad. We can probably finish this. Got him!
No expert, but looks valuable.
Well, that's that boss fight. He's dead. First time after loading to get all my health back.
The raiders struck Mamushi down, and with the death of their leader, the cult of the Wrecker was once again forced to slither back into the depths.
You know why he went back down much easier? No poison, that's why. So, we have a riddle. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I've got it. 1, 2... Did a thing! I lit the lighthouse, everyone! Yay! Puzzle solved! I did a thing, totally saved the day. Gonna heal. Okay, so that went well. How much XP do we have? Nearly 3/4 of the way to level 8. Gotta love those puzzles, but I mean, it's an early game puzzle. It's not a bad thing that it's easy. Down we go. That goes straight down to level... it goes straight down to level 1. Which is going to bring me back to the room, which we didn't... Yep. This one. Okay. So, we solved a thing, and we did a thing, and we succeeded. Right, now I'm going to look up the secret puzzles. Because I don't know, and honestly, I'm not going to search around with that spell constantly. Like, there's got to be... There's got to be secret puzzles or secret places. Probably both. Okay, let's head back up apparently to floor 3. Let's head up to floor 3. Because apparently there's something on floor 3. Oh!
Take cover!
I need to hit something.
Hi! Like, where did you come from? Like, really, where did you come from? I don't know, but I know where you're going to die.
Wow. Thanks.
So, floor 3 is up here. She was on lunch. Well, now she's on dead. Okay. So...
Well, thank you for that.
Seen something.
Thank you, guide. That makes it really helpful because I found a thing. Wouldn't have known what that was otherwise. That's good.
I'm no expert, but this looks valuable.
That is valuable. Also, if you knew where that was, that'd be a brilliant place to choke point the people that come to attack you. Like, you could open that up, hide there, and then they could only get you two at a time. Yeah, I think that's probably the secret, so we shall now leave. Just get out and head over to... ooh, also. Just check this area out. No, well, once you've triggered them, they'll pathfind to you. Once you've triggered them, they'll pathfind to you probably quite reliably. So, we did it! Oh, there were places where we need the blessing of Shalasa to get somewhere. And I bet we get that for killing the head of the wreckers. Oh, that's the level 4. I don't want to go to level 4. I want to go all the way back out. We did it! You achieved what I could not. Mamushi is dead, and the cult of the wrecker broken once again. You did well, my friends. Is there anything I can do for you? Sword of the Bounty Hunter. I am troubled. When I was captured, Mamushi took...
slaves. Will help, but not for free.
Mamushi took my silk sword. It is an ancient family heirloom, and one that my ancestors wielded since the days of the diaspora. Its name is Santengamugen. It was forged at the dawn of history from the purest star silver. After you defeated Mamushi, I tried to find it in the lighthouse, without success. I fear that while I was captive, the sword was taken to a secret location, which might mean the cult has another hideout in the region. This is worrying, and I can't bear the thought of my sword being used for evil. You would do a great service to me and my family if you could look for the sword during your travels. Okay. Ah, the tea! Sa, we Nagas have a great love of tea, and it is no shame for me to admit I am no exception. I have a particular fondness for the tea we call akari. It is a tea whose red leaves are fermented 3 times before being dried. Some people might consider it's too strong and not refined, but this is how I like it. I do have akari. Do I have akari tea with me right now? Of course. I never travel out of Hashima without a satchel. Here, take a few leaves. It's the least I can do. We're going to give all of these tea leaves to somebody who really wants tea, aren't we? That's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to be like, hey, so I got all this tea. I got all this tea for you. I can make one of you masters of dual wielding. Well, that's never going to happen. For too many decades I've been pursuing criminals and bringing them to justice. Never have I doubted my purpose, but never have I looked beyond it either. My captivity allowed me to meditate on my life, my past and future. This will be my last hunt. Now I will retire and dedicate the rest of my days training the heroes that are destined to come after me. Sensible. Sensible. So hopefully he's now outside and, you know, he'll just give me training whenever. That'd be good. Taking a while to load. There we go. Right, so.
Weather like this, I should have taken the day off.
Well, it doesn't matter if he disappears. I mean, it's only a quest, and training we're not going to use anyway, so. Yeah, we don't have the blessing of Shalasa yet. He stays there. Okay, good to know. Well, we have a quest to hand in. You need to enter the dungeon, then leave. That's fairly unintuitive, but I'll go with it. I'll go with it. Back to Sorpagal, because Sorpagal, I mean, it has stuff. Right, we need to hand in the quest, which we do at the garrison. And then we'll do some buying and selling.
This place is dull.
Maybe we'll get a good item. Question?
I hope it's not waste of time.
I saw the light flashing atop the lighthouse. I suppose it was your doing? I see. So the cult of the Wrecker was indeed behind it all. Bloody snakes. I must say I'm pleasantly surprised by your performance so far. Maybe you're ready to tackle something more serious. Sure. The rocky road to Port Mayron. I met Rosalie and she told me you helped her.
A human governor hiring raiders?
I met Rosalie and she told you helped her with dealing with those highwaymen. You have my thanks, raiders. Well, well. I think it's time you meet the governor of the peninsula. Go to Castle Port Mayron. You can't miss it. It's a big fortress north of Sorpagal, near the mountains. Alright. We're told, basically, go away. Garrison is a place we need to go to at some point, because we need to train up our warrior in armor use. But first, we need to identify the magic stuff that we got. Hello! Identify equipment. Thank you. Yo, buzz off. Too much excitement for this town. Right, what have we got? +2 level to shield skill? I mean, that's a you thing. +2 to bow skill? Ugh, that's... I mean, nobody uses bow. But it's better than a pair of normal boots, I suppose. Oh, those are armor 2. Better than what you're wearing. That's armor 1, armor 1... None of these rings have any magical enchantments on them. We don't use axes. I don't think it does. I think it's a detriment, honestly, having a shared inventory. So really, we just got to sell everything else. We don't want any of the other stuff. So we'll trade. I mean, useless. Yeah, when there's unlimited space, it's good. It's not unlimited space here, though. I really don't want this. None of us use axes. We might have some better equipment to hand over in the or get in the other. Oh, we need some mana potions. That's what we need. Let's buy some mana potions. Seriously, just buy 10 mana potions. That seems like a good investment. Also, any special potions here? Way too expensive. Everything else is a bit rubbish. Yeah. Sword, orb, stave, and 2 spear users. Yep, that's right. So what we got? 2 spear users. Although really, she's more of a cursory user of it. I'll start training up a warding thing over time. Right, any good equipment here that I want to get? I mean, that's pretty good, but it's also really bad. Wow, your stuff is awful. I want none of that. You're the armorer. We are going to rest at town, and we are going to get some more provisions at the person in the middle of the peninsula. So, heavy armor expert, here you are. A good suit of armor might save your life. A good suit of armor, used correctly, definitely will. Do you want me to teach you how to properly wear armor? Please. Now you're an expert of heavy armor. If you want to learn more, look for Lihua in Carthel. Good. What have you got? You have got... I mean, that's a thing. That's also a thing. I'm not seeing anything that's really awesome. No, I'm not seeing anything that's awesome. Well, we leave. No, the older games did do that. The older games absolutely did tell you where the other trainer was. Let's rest here. Services. Rest. 20 gold.
Well, thank you for that.
Could also hire a chef. I don't know if I want a chef. I gotta be honest, I don't know if I want a chef. Probably reduces the amount of food you consume. Oh yes! Mystery dungeon thingamy. Probably do. It does put notes, yeah. I need to look up the secret for the well. There might not actually be a secret for the well. Secret doors. Ah, here we go. No, actually... I mean, we could walk around the whole... Yeah, I don't think there was. I think we were told about all the secret doors in the well. I'm doing okay, Nerve Striker, thank you. I'm doing well. Get it? Ha! Doing well, because yeah. We can come back here and get some more spells if we need to, I'm sure. Right now I'm going to save my gold, because there's probably some stat-enhancing things that we can get with the person and his caravan. There's also the rest of the peninsula to explore. There's also that ogre. I could try and deal with the ogre. I hope I can deal with the ogre. Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, those things are probably good to find, but they will not be...
We are all aware that these parts are full of brigands, right?
She said the thing! She said the thing!
Thank you for that.
We're gonna grab all these buffs. We may give the Cyclops another try. I don't think we'll do well, but...
Wow. Thanks.
I still think we're vastly outmatched.
Well, thank you for that.
But it's on the way. Yeah, there's a Cyclops in here. We tried to fight it before. It's gonna end badly. It's gonna end badly. We'll give it one more go. We might have to come back here later. So yeah, this is a dangerous cave. There's a big guy there.
Great! I needed to hit something.
See, successful, 20% chance to fit the stunted effect. Light damage received is increased by 25%. The evade value. So, 12 damage did that. I mean, we dealt damage there. I mean, we're not dead. We are going to be dead. I'm just sort of litmus testing. Yeah. Yeah. So, it was a litmus test on if we could do this. The answer is no. We're still not strong enough. No, we're still not strong enough. There's no point in me fighting it some more. We're going to have to come back to that one quite a bit later. I wanted to see if a couple of levels... Because some games have it where you, like... You either... No, you need to be stronger. Like, potions consume your go, so I can't just chug potions forever, because we'll never actually deal damage. That's the problem. You need to be able to deal damage. If you're just spending all of your time keeping yourself alive and not dealing damage, you're losing the DPS race. It's not lying, it is a dangerous cave. I need to trade. Do you have any more of those potions? You have no more potions. You do have some good stuff. That's slightly better than what you're wearing. I'll buy it. Otherwise, I think we're good. I'll buy some supplies, though. He does give you more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not fighting it. I'm going to wait until we're stronger. I'm absolutely going to wait until we're stronger. There's an area over here we haven't been to. Hi! Oh, we can totally kill these.
Watch out behind us!
However, got a problem. We're being ambushed. However, this'll help. We can deal with this, so.
And stay down!
Let's kill one of them. Killed another. Hello, one behind me. We can deal with this. Hit. 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 Dead. This game warns you of the people behind. Yeah, it's quite good in that regard. There are more of... There's something over there. I feel like it's something I want to check out. Ah, I'm on the wrong side to check it out. Alright. Cool. I don't know. We'll find out. There's another bridge.
Great! I need to hit something!
Ah, there's also wolves. Back up. I mean, I might as well lead them all to a choke point. This seems like a great idea. Just lead them over here. Okay, I don't know why you're sidestepping like that. It looks kind of silly. Zap!
Yes, I feel strong.
Should protect ourselves from non-existent ranged attacks. I don't know why I used that ability, but either way. Lightning bolt you. Do that so that you won't move. Now we've only got one target. That is dead. Level up! Oh, yes, great time to level up. Hey, Dev Bob, I have this idea. What's this? Let's put an optional boss that requires you to be mid to high level to defeat the beginning area. I mean, they do warn you. It says Warning Cave, and it's literally called Dangerous Cave. Like, it's literally called Dangerous Cave. You actually might as well use your resources, because we're about to gain more levels, so... Might as well. Okay. Yep, that's why. Level
Better at
ups.
this.
Ah, we are being flanked. Not anymore, we're not.
Stay down.
Now there's only one foe. Let's come out again. 2014. Get them! They were trying to kill us. They were not poor wolves. They were absolutely trying to kill us. Right, we need to improve our shield skill, light magic, heavy armor. Can't improve that yet. Improve endurance later. You. Another point in spear. Another point in medium armor. More points in earth magic. Can't put anything else in yet. You can't put anything in spear. Is there a training center somewhere who teaches expert sword? Not anywhere we know. It's not here. They weren't in Sorpagal. So we'll have to wait. Gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure they're not in Sorpagal. Sword. Oh, they were. They were. Whoops. Ah, well, we can start working on that next level. I am derp. Not a problem. I'll go back. I definitely want to go back and get that experted. It can wait until we get to next level. Bit more mysticism. Bit more magic focus. Bit more dark. Well, so long, Nerve Striker. Hope you have fun. Do that. Dodge and endurance. More might. More perception. More vitality. Bit more of that. More magic. More spirit. Bit more might. Magic. Honestly, just do that this level. And you. Vitality, spirit, might. What's spirit used for? Mana. You get extra mana for having more spirit. Give you some more vitality. Right, I'm going to keep exploring this area, and once we've cleared everything out, we'll go get that expert sword. Oh, also, free loot. Magic makes your magic attacks more powerful. Yeah. The blazing champion of truth, honor, and justice, on the day of Elrath, you shall come here and pray. That's a permanent buff place, but I don't know what the day of Elrath is. Also, I see there is an optional little place there. Probably.
Yes. Running on Mother Earth, under Father Sky.
Dr. Landro. The ancient monument towers above you. Read the inscriptions. You read the inscription. Here are the clues you've gathered so
Oh,
far.
don't we have better things to do?
Oh no, it's the Obelisk's puzzle. So, Might and Magic 6 and 7 and 8 have obelisks, and the obelisks give you clues that point you towards a fantastic treasure. And this is the first of them. Here are the clues you got so far. Your journey begins before the gates of Sea Haven. And it just lets you fast travel. So if I find another one, I can fast travel. That's really useful. That's good. A well-designed little thing. Also more loot. Like 1,000 gold's worth of loot.
Well, thank you for that.
Also, Arcane Ward. Dangerous Cave. I mean, should we go in and see how dead we're going to become? Let's go in and see how dead we're going to become. Yeah, this cave looks dangerous.
Great. I need something to hit.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to dead, the massive pixelated dragon's gonna... That dragon's got problems with its graphics. They're glitching out.
Wow.
I mean, we'll try and fight it. Oh boy, this is gonna kill us super dead. I mean, not super dead. I could maybe take this. I mean, it's gonna kill us. If it's gonna kill us, it's gonna kill us, so you know. I'll give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? Well, death. We'll see how we do.
No.
Oh, there's the breath. Oh no, you just knocked him unconscious. To minus 13. It's a little unfortunate. But bit of regen will bring you back. And you're unconscious again. I mean, alright. He's gonna be very dead soon. As a note. I mean, I'm just fighting this for the fun of it. Yeah, it's not a good visual effect. It's probably just glitching out. Junpin is no longer unconscious! Yay! Heal some more, please. Haha, we're gonna die. I mean, we're probably gonna die. Like, really badly. But, you know. Well, that's the end of you. Minus 1. I mean, we got it down to half health so far. Got Beak Potion.
Take cover!
And now we're getting really badly hurt because we don't have her to buff us. So yeah, it was a worthy attempt. But I feel like we need to be a little bit stronger before we can deal with this. Because now it's hitting us all the time. Just get lots of potions. Yeah, problem is you can't feed potions to someone who's unconscious. So, it's a worthy attempt, but I think if we're a bit stronger, later we can deal with that. I mean, we got to half health with that thing. Just a couple more levels and we can take on the Shadow Dragon. But, for the moment, I'm gonna say nay. I'm gonna say no on Dangerous Cave number 2. No, I don't think you can. Also, again, you're spending turns that you would be attacking, healing. You're not winning the DPS race. And that's a DPS race fight, if ever I saw one. Yeah, but this is not Might and Magic 6 to 8. This is Might and Magic 10. Yeah, I was using it. It wasn't doing very much, but I was using it. Well, had to say it because you're making comparisons to a game that this is not.
I'm voting to make camp. Who's with me?
I'm with you. Let's make camp. And camp was
We
made.
are all aware that these parts are full of brigands, right?
Yep, we are. Also, you said the thing. There we go. This. Ooh. A bow.
I'm no expert, but this looks valuable.
No, I actually would go so far as to say this probably wouldn't be a half-decent normal dungeon crawler. This is not a great dungeon crawler. It's got flaws.
Great! I need to hit something!
Hi, bandits! Yeah, I'm not even saying half-decent. This is deeply flawed. Sir, you could just go that way. So, no, okay, to be fair, the way they're going ensures that they don't get hit by me. There they are, 2 militiamen.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, remember when militiamen were a lot trickier than this? Do you remember when they were a problem? I mean, you can like bad games. This is the thing. Like, a game being bad does not, or like flawed, does not mean to say you're not allowed to like it. You can like flawed games. I like many flawed games. I mean, Legend of Grimrock is a good game, but you know what's not a good game? Birthright, the Gorgon's Alliance. It's a horrendous game, but I enjoy it. Yeah, so long as you enjoy playing a game, it doesn't matter if it's bad. Like, if you like a game, that's what's important.
Well,
Yeah, the concept of Birthright is great. The execution is terrible. It has the problem of being an interplay game from the early 90s. And most interplay games from the early 90s that were D&D related were not good before Baldur's Gate. They were not good at all.
Stay down!
I mean, I've played Birthright the Gorgon's Alliance.
I kill you.
It's not that good. Like, gameplay-wise, it is deeply flawed. Like, the fact that you can complete... Like, the diplomacy system is utterly broken. Like, not even slightly broken. I mean, there's a reason why I made the joke about selling Ilian Castle. Because you can just go, oh, would you like to become my friend? Here have Ilian Castle and all these other things. Cool. Would you like all these things as well? Oh, that's good of you. Would you like these things too? Neat. Would you like to swear fealty to me? Yes, cool. Now I get all the stuff back that I gave you. with all your stuff. And now I can start trading it to everyone else. Oh yes, fly entirely negates some of the dungeons. Like, you have to go through this castle to meet this dude. Or I can just fly up to him because he's on the battlements right there. And then I did. And then I got a thing that blessed every single province I have for the entire game. What's the mysterious crypt? Okay. I don't know if I'm meant to be here yet. I really don't know if I'm meant to be here yet.
Don't like it. Must not disturb the ancestors.
Yeah, I smell a puzzle. Anyways, about the other games in the series? No idea. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have not tried Star Crawlers now. Ah, there's one here too. Okay. I don't know what I'm trying to achieve is the thing. Like all of them facing inward? That's maybe what I'm trying to do. So that one moves those three. That one moves those three. I have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome to dungeon crawling. Yeah, problem is I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like I know what I should be doing, as in aiming all the torches inward. See, some of them turn clockwise and some of them turn anti-clockwise when you press them. I mean, even if you know 10-player, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to have it. No, you can't pick up the torches. So we need to have it so that when we step on this, that one moves one. See, those two are in sync now. Problem is that one's not in sync and that one's not in sync. See, those two are now in sync. See, they're off now. And that one's on. You know I'm going to do all this and we're not going to get anything good from this. So they're all off. That one's on, and that one's not turning. So now it will turn. That one's now on. That one's not. I know what I need to do. It's just a question of actually getting it, you know, done. See, there isn't one here, which is the problem. I have no control over this pillar. This pillar to my left, I can never stop moving. So if that pillar never stops moving, I need to ignore that. I need to have it so that when we step on something, that pillar is the one that ultimately... So I need it. I need to position it so that all three of them will turn and be in sync. Like, two of them are in sync right now. Two of them are. But that one isn't. Oh, you could probably reset it by just leaving the dungeon. I mean, that's probably how you do it. Also, sometimes they turn clockwise and sometimes they turn anti-clockwise. That is a thing. I probably shouldn't even be in here. Like, it's probably not worth being in here. I mean, we could just look it up. Like, we know the heart of the puzzle. Or I could just look it up. I mean, it's gonna take me forever. We're not missing a hint. We're not missing a hint. We just... Meets me, look at the reward. It's worth it. So, using N for north, W for west, and that for east. So this is north. That's... Oh, that's north. That must be west. And that must be east. So apparently, the way to solve this is north, west, east, north, west, north, in. That's apparently how you do it. Don't tell me how it works. Okay, Games is telling me it's a relic. Relics are legendary items of many different types. Each relic has an XP bar similar to those of the party members. While equipped a relic receives the same XP of a character, when the XP bar is full, the relic reaches the next level. We just got ourselves yeah, I absolutely looked it up. I absolutely looked up the solution to that. We're going to go get that identified, and then we're going to go and get sword training. Because we can only get it identified in Sorpagal, so we might as well go back to Sorpagal. apparently there are lots of mysterious ruins in the game, and they always give you the option of
Yes. Running on Mother Earth.
getting something cool.
Under Father Sky.
Just filling in a bit of the map here. Don't mind me. Let's go. Trust me, if you'd have done that, Thriftland, we'd have been there all day. We got what the puzzle was trying to make us do. Did you really want me to sit here for an hour to figure it out? You probably didn't. It would have been painful. That was a puzzle where I know, you know what's going to happen now. People are going to watch the VOD and they're going to be in the comments, "You should have spent an hour figuring out the solution." It's like, the game has enough things not going in its favour as it is. I don't think spending an hour... It was not an engaging puzzle. It didn't grab me. It just felt...
It's pretty, but it lacks a bit of green.
It just felt a bit... dull. Like, it didn't have that wonderment that puzzles should have. Also, holy sandals! That's what they are! What do they do? +2 armor value, -5 resistance against fire magic, -2 bow skill. I mean, they're good for somebody who wants to be tanky. I mean, I'll give them to you. Oh, no, wait, hang on. No, you're... Wait. Oh, it was doing the difference! Oh! Comparison! Alright. Okay, I get it. I get it. It was doing the comparison. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, so we're not using bows, so... I mean, that's a really good bow, but no one's using bows. Like, nobody can use bows. Also, we got a... Ooh! Permanently resisting... Increase the resistance of all schools of magic. 5+1. Glug, glug, glug. I mean, there's a good chance we're not ever going to be using bows. Like, the best person we have for bows is the crossbow user. And that's kind of rubbish. Ooh, permanent increases spirit. That's good. We want our wizard to drink that. Gain a bit more MP. Okay, who was the person who will train us in swords? Wasn't you? Wasn't... Who was the... I keep having to be like, who is the person that will train us in X? Is it in our journal? Lore? No. Quests? No. Inventory? Okay, so there's nowhere in our inventory or our quest journals that will tell us about skill trainers. So we have to look it up the old-fashioned way or write it down, and I did not write it down. Sword. Expert... Training center. Alright, so it's the training center. This is the reason you want mods? No thanks. I don't want the mods. Like, I don't want to show off the game modded. I want to show off the game as it is. In all of its pixelated Shadow Dragon, have to cumbersomely try and figure things out glory. Like, this is how the game is, and this is how I want to show the game. I want to show the game as intended. As much as I can. And this is how the game is intended. It's not that I don't want to use mods, it's that I prefer to show the game as it is. It's you. You train sword. Contrary to what all beginners believe, swinging your sword around is not going to do much damage to the enemy, except maybe dent his armor. To understand the sword is to understand the simple truth. The pointy end is the deadly part. Do you want to train? Yes. You are now an expert of a sword. If you want to learn more, you should try to find the governor of the peninsula. I hear he's skilled swordsman. Excellent. We now have that. Also, mason axe expert are here. An air magic bow and crossbow. So if we get expert in crossbow, which we do want to get for our good friend Junvan. It's going to take a while, but we'll have to come back here. What about games where the developers intend to make it where the community can easily add mods and release tutorials on how? I still tend to play them vanilla. It may not be, but it's how the game got released. So that's how it is. Like, this is the thing. Like, so long, Zanya. Great to have you here. Like, it may not be the vision that they set out for it, but it is the thing that came out, and it is what we got. Like, people can have fantastic visions for things, but visions and the reality are different things. Like, look at games that came out recently that had grandiose plans and what actually was the end result. And you have to judge a game on how it was released, not the hopes and dreams behind it. Like, the product is the thing. Otherwise, every game would get... Ever played Dungeon Keeper games? Yes, briefly. I mean, I'm having fun playing the game. But it's most definitely flawed. But sometimes there's nothing wrong with playing a flawed game. We haven't explored around here very much. Let's explore around here a bit. Okay, that's the brigand's hide. This is... We just feel blessed. Like...
I'm voting to make camp. Who's with me?
Hang on! Player, I don't know if you're trying to cause an argument, but please don't try and cause an argument. I think you know perfectly well what I meant. I'm not going to engage in this anymore, because I just think you're looking for an argument, and I'm not here to argue. I'm here to play Might and Magic 10.
With weather like this, I should have taken the day off.
I think you knew exactly what I was trying to get across. Now... No, that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was the blessing of Shalasa, but it wasn't. Wrong streamer. Like, I'm just here to play a flawed game as it came out, and that's what I'm doing. It's flawed, yes. I'm enjoying it, absolutely, but it is still flawed. It's gathered through the story, okay. Fair enough. More spiders over there.
We are all aware that these parts are full of brigands, right?
So long. Have fun. I've no idea what's over that area. What's this? Oh.
This one is mine.
It's okay. Like... Oh. Hi, spider. I mean, if a dev blocked you, that would be interesting, because we'd have a Magic 10 dev in the chat. I'm glad these spiders can't poison, by the way. Like, what I'm ultimately trying to say with the thing is, like, I play the games as they are released, and that is how I play them. I like playing games vanilla. There are many reasons. Less likely things will break, especially when games are updated, but ultimately, I just like to show off the game as it is. Like, as it came out. Fair enough, with updates that, like, the most recent patches that are there, but the game as it is. I just enjoy playing games vanilla.
This one.
Hi, spider! Well, it's been a while since we've had a spider in a barrel, and it only got that one hit off, which is good, because there's treasure. Sandals.
No expert, but this looks valuable.
Like sandals. What is... Okay, can't explore there. What is... Whoa! Spectres. Are you at unofficial patches? Don't use them typically. The only time I tend to use patches like that is if I need them to get a game to work on the operating system I'm on.
Yes, I am strong.
Let's see what we can do against these. Oh, these are tough. I think I've picked a fight I'm not meant to. Oh, yeah, I picked a fight I'm not meant to. Well, I'm not to know that, am I? That's the thing. I'm not to know that I'm not meant to be here right now. So, don't go to that thing. Fortunately, we have this autosave here, which is only 4 minutes ago. Glad the autosave happened there. Where are we in the autosave? Would you rather have 4 minutes, or before we went and did a puzzle? Because that's the choices you've got. But yes, I'm not here to, like, have an argument about what the developers intended or something. I just play the games as they're out now, and I give each game a fair chance. I always give a game a fair chance. I mean, I knew going into this game that it was a very flawed thing, but... See, there are those ghosts. Gonna leave them be this time. We know there's a spider in here. Didn't kill it in 1 round this time. Took 2 this time. So we don't deal with the ghosties. Loot that. Turn around and deal with the spider. These spiders are easy compared to the other spiders. Oh my, these spiders are easy compared to the other spiders. Am I filling in the map needlessly? Fair enough, but I have had my experience of people in Twitch chat wanting to have arguments, and so okay, let's go that far and leave it there with that direction. Okay, we lured the attention of you. That's fine. Yeah, you could do without that. I think we all could do without that, but we're not going to get what we want, are we? We're not going to get what we want. Also, you died before you even got to us. Hi.
I kill you.
I'll tell you what, leff-tee getting pretty good at dealing with spiders. Those spiders, anyway. Ah, that's another way to get round there. Let's not go that way at all. He's getting good at it. He's getting good. It's almost like I'm building him to hit really hard. This place is huge, by the way. I will give the game one thing in its credit. It's doing a really, really good job of presenting, like, wide open areas in the grid map, because the original games that used the grid map system could not do this. They didn't have the... You know what?
Yes, I feel strong.
Let's grab that. I have trouble reading what others say in chat. My mind doesn't have problems chatting, listening to you. I have big problems. That's fine. Like, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't want to cause an argument. Clearly you didn't want to cause an argument. Mixed up messages. Me probably saying the wrong, but not what I mean. And that. It's fine. You don't need to apologize. It's all good. Also, that guy's very dead. Just throwing it out there. That guy's a corpse. So the castle's been attacked, which is not good.
I'm voting we make camp. Who's with me?
Yeah, let's go. Let's make camp right by the corpse. Good plan. English is your third language. I mean, kudos to you there. I know one
With
language.
weather like this, I should have taken the day off.
And another language really badly. So...
As the raiders arrived in front of Castle Port Mayron, they immediately realized something was wrong. Dead bodies were scattered in front of the castle gates, some of them wearing the livery of the Imperial Sentinels. The others were humans, but their dark armor bore no emblems. Whoever they were, they had attacked the castle, and the battle was still raging on inside.
Yep, it's French. We could go in there right now, but nah, I think they'll be fine.
Mayhem! Yippee!
And that's Reknot there with 3 months. I hope you're well. Thank you so very much. I am fine, thank you. Doing great. We are totally going to ignore that situation and check this area out instead. Wow, the game just lagged majorly there. Did you see the... Did you see the lag there? What's that? I'm just gonna ask what that is. You need the blessing of Lath to pass through here. Okay, don't have the blessing of Thingamy. Need the blessing of MacGuffin. Good to know. Don't have it.
I
Can't.
hope some brigands attack. Crushing skulls help Uck to sleep.
Really? Leff-tee, please no. So the game's having lag problems. Hi. How you doing, Imperial Sentinel? There was a bandit attack. We're still clearing up the mess. The road to Sea Haven is closed for the time being. Great! But thou must clear out all the things in this area. My natural language in check. Well, my language I spent learning in my life school is German. Cool! That's very neat. So, the game is railroading us into, by the way... Oh, my word, the lag here. And, like, my computer can very easily play this game. Like, my computer can very easily play this game. But it is chugging. That is not my computer. That is the game stuttering. That's the game having problems. Nah, we're not going to blue screen here. Ooh, treasure. Yeah, sometimes game engines have problems. Like, this is a game engine thing. It's not going to fry this computer. I think I'll be alright.
Great. I need something to hit.
Also, there's another obelisk here. Like, this is a 2014 game, so... it should be alright. Got you. Wait for you to move closer.
I kill you.
And you're also dead. Killed by leff-tee. You're going to get a hit in. And that was only one spot. That's just a... Oh, you have an area of effect attack.
Well, thank you for that.
Interesting. I didn't know you had an area of effect ability. Also, what do we do all this for? Treasure and an obelisk. What runs smoother than any rhyme, loves to fall but cannot climb? Water? Hey! Mordhell lockboxes! Reboot!
I'm no expert, but this looks valuable.
Didn't even have to have a Mordhell in the party for it. What are the Mordhell doing here? I don't know. The ancient monument towers above you. Read the inscription. Here are the clues you gathered so far. Your journey before the gates of Sea Haven. Now walk 9 steps towards the Savage Sea. Trying to find a shorter game is what they're doing. Oh, I mean, this game could be long. So I think we pretty much explored everywhere now. There's the Sentinel who won't let us through. There's the mysterious Crypt. So now, we have to deal with this place. Might as well save, and move in, and see how terrible it is. Do you really want to enter the dungeon, castle, port... You know, you really don't make it look that dangerous when there's just a guard stood there. But sure, we'll go in. We'll go in, see how bad things get. Spoiler alert, they're going to get pretty bad, I wager. Hey, you there! So Perrin finally shook his heavy butt and sent some reinforcements. The governor's people have retreated to the keep and are putting up a fierce resistance. With your help, we might be able to breach it and get rid of the Empress's pet once and for all. Go report to Ivan at once. By the way, how many men did you bring? Hold on there. You're not Perrin's men! At arms!
Great! I need to hit something!
There was some lag there in the voice. And now the lag's gone. There we go. And dead.
Between the various traps and the secret passages, I'm starting to think those castle builders have way too much free time on their hands.
Or they just want to make sure that you're being... Well, they just want to make sure that you're dead, really, with the traps. Hear ye, some rooms have been sealed until further notice. Due to poor state of the floor and ceiling, be especially careful in the eastern north wings. Praetorian Captain Gwendol. Yeah, links aren't a thing that people like. Links aren't a thing that people like, because they can be a problem. So I'd have to look into that at some point. It said east and north. Well, we aren't going that way. I mean, I'm just gonna stand here. By the way, we got the poison people again. These are bandits.
Well,
Who maintains the traps that feeds the pit snakes?
Mayhem.
Nobody does. And that's Kijikun now with Prime Gaming. 19 months. Thank you so very much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Really, that is so kind. I'll have a look at it, Templar. You couldn't reply to yourself, I mean. Oh boy, it's poison! Well, guess what?
So good.
I can cure my own poison now, and it takes practically no MP! And then we can get poisoned right away again. Really? Look how little MP that uses. That's a good thing, because
I don't feel so good.
we're getting poisoned a lot here. That's the third poisoning. This is an elite brigand, so it does make sense.
And stay down!
Got you though. I don't know what that did. He did have a real toxic person. I see what you did there. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Have a lightning bolt in the face. Oh, you do not like lightning bolts. You know what? If you don't like lightning bolts, I'm gonna move back here, because I see what's about to happen. And it's not going to be good. Hi, how you doing? Can you die now? Yes, you can. We're just gonna wait. There you two are. How you doing? I'm gonna stab you. You're just normal brigands. Normal brigands just die. You didn't even get to poison me. Okay, Templar, but it's really not going to make that much of a difference. Ooh, we can go through that way. Nice. And... no! Spider! Oh, spiders. Got you, though!
Well, thank you for
A
that.
little bit of regen's not gonna go miss. Hi! Ooh, that's a dangerous one. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, 10-player, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I'm always gonna do things unoptimally and badly, and there's not a lot that can be done. So you're an elite militia. No, I will not. You just have to accept that I do not play games flawlessly because no one plays games flawlessly. Elite militia are a problem. I know, but there are people out there who will not be funny about that. There are people out there who genuinely get super mad when I don't play games exactly how they want me to play a game. And ultimately, like, all games, but pretty much all games, are designed in such a way that they can be completed even when you play suboptimally. A few more hits. There we go! How are we doing on that quest for the bestiary? That's not the right thing. Bestiary. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we could totally go back and hand in some information. We could totally go back and hand in some information. Like, the other thing as well, and it's a big thing, is that when I do a video, when I do series in a video on a game, the first, like, typically when people put up comments that say, oh hello, typically when I put up comments of people who say, talk about something that I've done wrong, it's the only thing they'll mention. They'll never say that they enjoyed the video or that they're really enjoying the series. All they'll get is, you're doing it wrong. And if that's the only feedback I'm getting, is, hey, you're doing it wrong. Hey, the helmet got better. Level 3 now. 10 magic resistance against there. That's 100% protection against Feeble Mind. There is another person there. Yeah, we're getting very close to level 9. Very close indeed. Like, it's the thing of you can hear tons and tons of positive feedback, but the ones that are like excessively negative, they stick in the memory. They stick in the memory. Yeah, the best part is it's like a week behind. At least, sometimes 2. You're an elite brigand. And we're going to be focusing that brigand because we're always focusing that brigand. No poison there. Or years. Yes, sometimes they're so far behind that the series finished 3 years ago. And then you're like, okay, you're a little late to the party. Hey, level ups!
Father Sky's power is in me!
Yay! Also, some of you are really close. 1 million, man. Yeah, I don't typically do that 10 plan. It's like... what? Is this going to open? Nope. Somewhere else. Probably the other side. Somewhere else. Okay. You'll never finish the game doing this on a finished playthrough. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it's like... It's like if someone read my novel, and I'm like, oh, you read my novel, what did you think? And they say, there's a typo on page 287. And my first thought is, right, so you read the entire book, and that's what you took away from it. A typo.
I don't
I'm
feel
a little
so
busy
good.
right now.
Well, I'm glad I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope you've been enjoying it. Okay, you're gonna move. Why are you moving up?
Wow.
That seems like a
Nice.
counterproductive thing to do. Make a big potion. Good, I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Oh, so many attacks. But you should be alright. Do that, hit everyone. Do that, and that kill you. Now we've leveled up a bit more. Excellent, you're level 9. You're not level 9 yet. But you'll soon be level 9.
I kill
Dead.
you.
Now you've all leveled up. Great.
Skill is improving.
Using all of our resources effectively. Gotcha. Like, it's going to sound like but I enjoy each chapter's due progress and things happen. It's not like something that happens every novels or books. The pace is good. Well, there are slow parts. There are fast parts. Dark red liquid. Like, there's slow and there's fast, but like, not every part of a story is going to be like super breakneck speed. There will be slow parts, there will be fast parts, and that's just how it goes, because that's what life is. Well, I'm glad you've been inspired to play it. Like, this is the thing, like, if my playing it gets you inspired to play it yourself, that's a good thing. Right, red is might. Well, clearly, give that to you.
Yes.
English is a really fun language. Love English. Love any language, really. So we usually focus on flaws and never talk about positive things. That's why I such a beacon of hope. You're always fun. I try to be. I mean, I'm not flawless. I know I'm not. I will... This is going to be a trap. No. Huh. I expected that to be a trap. But I will have my
Great.
bad
I
days
needed to hit
and...
something.
Hi! I'll have my bad days and I'll have my good days, and there'll be bits where I get disgruntled and disheartened, but you know, this is the thing that happens. Also, we should improve our skills. Get light magic up to maximum. Work on shield. Get a bit more sword. We can do this while we're doing this, which is a good thing. The trap was that there was no trap. What a trap! Let's get some crossbow skill. And a bit of mysticism. Also, get some spear. Get some medium armor. And a bit more earth magic. And for you, we're max on that. We're max on that. And we're nearly max on endurance. Although, what I love about you is that you managed to prove it's possible to make living out of a channel that isn't manga. I mean, there's nothing wrong with people who play like that, though. That's the thing. And I'll be blunt. It's not like, before I started doing Twitch streaming, it wasn't a great living. Like, I wasn't living well. I was living, but I wasn't living well. The days of of like chicken slices with added pea protein and water and nothing else for lunch, and like in bread, like reduced to clear bread. It wasn't great. Like, I could be making a lot more money playing games like that and playing like that. This is not the correct way to do things if you want to make loads of money. Like, this is the thing. It's not the correct way to do it. You gotta chase the things that are popular. Like, this is, let's be honest, this is not popular. Like, this is not a popular game. Nobody goes, you know what? Might and Magic 10 Legacy. It is possible, absolutely. I've worked hard to make it happen. I've worked very hard to make it happen. But why do you not care about popular games? Like, popular games are popular for a reason. You shouldn't discount a game just because it's popular. Like, you will miss a lot of games you might enjoy because they're popular. Like, I judge games on their merits and on an individual basis. Like, the fact that it's popular doesn't make me turn away from it. Like, I'm very, very grateful I have the community I have. Like, I truly am grateful I have the community I have. I could not ask for a better community. It's a small community. It's not as big as it used to be. That's absolutely for sure, but the people that are here are great. Yeah, I know, like, something is personal, exactly. It's a very personal take. I believe I use the thing of I don't like thing, and the angel swoops on down and hands them a piece of paper, and it just says, okay. By the way, bye, elite. There is an elite brigand and a brigand here. Well, we can deal with that brigand. And also do that. And lightning bolt you in the face. And just kill you. Like, there are people who'll be looking at the things I play and they just get bored of it. And it's like, that's fine. Lightning Bolt is a really good spell. Like, it's the same mana as the other one. Do you want to know, 10 player, why I got big? Would you like to know why I got big? Do you want to know the secret to my success? No, not that. It's not that. Tenacity? Demon Dragon got it in one. Luck. Luck. I got in very early on. Very, very early on, and there weren't a lot of people. It's just luck. When it comes to creative stuff, it's all luck. Absolutely all luck. Like, there are out there absolutely fantastic content creators. Content creators of all types, like... Hello. Of all types who are more talented, more skilled, deserving of more success, and they will not get it. Because, yeah, you can be absolutely amazing. Like, it's a quote from The Next Generation. You can do absolutely nothing wrong and still lose. Like, you can still lose. Also, I'm gonna walk up to you. It's a rogue mage! Like, you can do everything right and still fail. And it's not your fault. It's just you got unlucky. You just got unlucky. You resist magic. Okay, so I think this is a use might fight. Yeah, this is a use might fight. Yeah, well, the people who wrote Picard were wise. I'll admit that not every game... Yeah, not every game catches your fancy. And, like, I was a lot more popular back at the start. And that was because it was a smaller place. And, you know, Let's Playing was very, was very new. And what I did to begin with was
Great. I need something to hit.
was so rough around the edges. It was so rough around the edges what I did. But it got refined, and I refined what I did, but people refined it more. And they did it better.
Yes,
They do it better than I did. They get more people, they play games more people want to see, and therefore, they have more viewers. Or they just got more lucky than me. I mean, it's a mixture. But ultimately luck. I'm not gonna say I'm amazing for that. I just got lucky. I just got very lucky. And I'm very glad I got lucky, but I did just get lucky.
Stay down!
Holy Sandals have gotten up in level. I still remember the channel badge of 100 views. Yeah. Yeah. It was 14 or so years ago, yeah. It was a much smaller pool of people then. So much smaller. It's a much bigger place now. YouTube is a lot busier.
Stay down!
More people doing stuff. And that's good. Like, variety is good. More choice is good. And if you don't like something I'm doing, like, watch somebody else until I'm playing something you like. I certainly intend to do this for as long as I can, Mad Steve. That's the hope. So... Switch to switch to switch to switch to open the way forward. There. Where? Ah, hi. How you doing? I don't remember this game too much. I do remember this castle. It's all new to me.
Wow.
It's all new to me. I'm actually going to use Gust of Wind. Doesn't do a lot of damage.
I kill
Does
you.
enough, though. Someone else is coming. Ah! Hello, wizard. I'm going to stab you. You're not going to like... Oh, wow. You take a lot of damage in melee.
Take cover.
It's definitely
I
a
kill you.
use melee against the wizard sort of game. Oh, wow. Just loot. Ooh, that's a good helmet. Probably better than the helmet you're using. No, it's the same as the helmet you're using. But this is better than the helmet you're using. Stream's audio is now 10 seconds before the video. Somehow Twitch... refresh the game. Refresh the stream. That's what you should do. I would refresh it at this point. 2... 1 with resistances. I mean, it may happen at some point. Ooh, a new spear. Emergency supplies. Bring these chests to the keep as soon as possible. Praetorian Captain Gwendol. Okay. Also, that leads up. But do I want to go up right now? I have a ton of items. I'm going to go and sell stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go sell stuff, restock up on supplies, and then come back. Fortunately, the game will let me do that. But yeah, as I say, I got lucky. I don't pretend to have some, like, magic formula to say... Yeah, maybe, but it's a thing to achieve. Like, my dream for the YouTube channel is to one day get to 100,000 subscribers, but it is a dream at this point. Like, it is a pipe dream, because the opportunity for me to get that has come and gone. Like, the opportunity has come and gone. Something extraordinary would have to happen for me to get 100,000
Yes,
YouTube subscribers.
Running on Mother Earth, under Father Sky.
Something extraordinary. Also, notice that they put a cellar here, right outside a dungeon. That's good design. That's good design right there. Also, you have 24 to 40, 22 to 44. But that adds 3, so really it's 27 to 43. Still better, though. Like, this basic spear is still better than that spear. No, don't do that. Don't pay for subs. 1 armor, 5 resistance against... Well, you know, you might as well wear that. I've got one that's slightly better. They're unidentified. We're going to leave them be. Ooh, they're 2 armor. The real profits are to be had by setting up the shop right outside the dungeon. Yep, it's the age-old adage. The people who tended to get rich in the gold rush were not the people who did the mining, but the people who sold the picks. Some people did, but most people didn't. 1915 to 1940. Ooh. I mean, the extra dark damage is still meaning that that's good. Some people still got rich, but most didn't. Most didn't. Okay, what have we got here that you have? Like an Imperial Spear. That's medium armor that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Okay, it's... I'm gonna keep the stuff I've got right now, though. Do I need any more potions? No, not yet. Saloon owners, true. They also made money. There were winners, there were losers. Like, remember, I started doing what I did entirely with no intention of making money. I just did it to, what was that? Oh yeah, that's the thing I can't use. I did it to show off Lands of Lore. That's why I did it. I did it to show off Lands of Lore 1. And then to show off Albion and Stonekeeping. And I suppose in a way I'm still doing that. But now, because I've been doing it for like 14 years, I'm now, well, there's nostalgia only gets you so far. Oh yeah, that too. It's good for finishing games, but nostalgia, like, you only have so much nostalgia. And in the end, I am playing newer games now, and different games, like older games I never played, and newer games. Albion. Still surprised that it ever appeared on GOG. Still utterly shocked it got to GOG. Only a few more games need to get on GOG before, like, my entire childhood's there. You know what? We could go up to floor 2. We could go up there, but realistically, I think it's probably sensible to just spend a couple of minutes having a chat and then call it here, because we've actually made a lot of progress. We've got through a whole dungeon, we've explored the entire peninsula, we gained more skills, we've grown stronger, we got another relic, and now we're partway through a castle. It's it's a good spot. It's a good spot to end. It's a really good spot to end, actually. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for being here. And thank you all for, chatting to me about stuff and everything. And I'll look into that thing for you, Templar. I'll look into that thing for you. There are... Oh, by the way, does anyone want to guide the raid in particular? Or are we going to, go and, raid Halloween? Presuming Halloween is raiding. But thank you ever so much, everyone, for being here, because seriously, thanks for the talk. I've always dreamed about talking to you ever since 2008. Nice to finally have an opportunity. We had a good... I mean, I'm always around. Yeah, Ween's on. Excellent. We'll raid him then. But thank you ever so much, everyone, for being here. Like, it's all absolutely fantastic that you're here. And there are a couple of things, of course, that I want to talk about before we conclude. Starting off with my website, Kikoskia.com. You can check out my writing there, or, well, Trendy of Dusseldom's there. There's all sorts of other stuff. And there's also my links to buying my book. You can buy my book there if you want. There's also my Discord itself, where you can talk about all kinds of things. It's a large, thriving community that I'm typically a part of. Oh, thank you, Reknot. And loads of stuff about writing and streams and Let's Plays and there's also tons of emotes based on Let's Plays, streams, and other random things too. There's also the fact that if you link your Twitch and Discord together and you're sub to me on Twitch, you can use the Twitch emotes on Discord, and that is fantastic. But you know what else is fantastic? My Patreon! You can pledge to support me there in doing what I do. There's nothing Let's Play or stream-wise hidden behind paywalls, but I do rely on the people that pledge to me to make what I do a reality, as this is my full-time job, and loads of little things in the background add up to make this a full-time job. So those who do pledge to me not only get a different coloured name on Discord to show what they do and my deep and sincere thanks, they also get the ability to vote on upcoming playthroughs when the opportunity arises. Like Quest for Glory 1, which was voted for by the Patreon pledgers. I may do another one of those pretty soon. There's also my YouTube channel where you can check out all my content, and thank you very much, Dark Jade. Anything planned for it? Being busy? Probably. Yeah, pretty busy. Probably some Stellaris, D&D, food shop, usual things. There's all my videos there, over 10,000 videos, over 300 playlists, and all of my Twitch VODs as well. Not only that, but if you sub to me there, you'll get me one step closer to 100,000 YouTube subscribers. And if I get to that, I will do a replay of Terror from the Deep and a replay stream of Wizards of Warriors 2 Ironsword. And we're at 264 Twitch sub points right now. If I get to 550, I'll do a playthrough on stream of Super Mario World, a game I've never played before. Looking forward to the prospect of that. There's also my Twitter, where you can... By the way, this place has no music. It's one of the things I miss in the dungeons in this game. There's no music. You maybe get Stellaris. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, because I'm enjoying it. But I have all the DLC, so, the DLC does make it even more awesome, but it is good vanilla too. There's also my Twitter, where you can follow me to get notifications, there you go, about when I start streaming, when my Let's Play videos go live, and all kinds of random other stuff, including Animal Crossing tweets when I put them up. Haven't put them up for a while yet. Might have to. Yep, Terror from the Deep at 100k is still the goal. That's correct. There's also Stellaris tweets that I'm putting up, and all kinds of little random things when they pop up into memory. And finally, I need to thank all of you, because seriously, you're all absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't do what I do without you. Like, I'm just reiterating what I say here. Like, I'm super lucky to have such an amazing community, and just all of you being top-notch and wonderful, and you're all just fantastic. Like, you're all fantastic and lovely, and I'm just so humbled that you still like my stuff even after 14 years of me just bumbling through games, because that's all I ever do. I just bumble through them ineffectually, making mistakes and doing all kinds of stuff. So, what can you do? I'm just glad that you're all here, and I hope to do this for many, many more years to come. And with your help and support, I will be able to do that. So thank you ever so much, everyone. Thank you. And whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Also, we've saved 135 times, and I hope you achieve everything you set out to do. The next and final stream of the week is tomorrow, 2 PM BST, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Also, there's a little timer there for the time. We could find out when we have to go to that shrine. We could find that out. But, hope to see you there when we design another garden and have general adorableness happen. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. And remember, be nice to each other, everyone. For if everyone is nice to each other, the world would be that much better a place. And we all want that, don't we? Well, I certainly do. And I hope you do too. Later. Just remember, folks. Get that helmet handy just in case you get poisoned. And remember to take a bath. And that the woods are full of brigands. Remember that too. Later.